everybody, welcome back to Prepper Junkie. Today we have a Aimpoint CompM4s to unbox and review. So let's dive on in. So this comes in a very typical Aimpoint box, just a plain white box. This M4s does have a LaRue mount attached to it. Now you can buy these directly from multiple places, but LaRue does come, you can buy them from there with their built-in QD mount, which is what this one is. So it comes with the LaRue packaging. This is a kill flash, which I've already installed, which I'll show you. We have a operator's manual for some light reading, and we have the optic, and it does come with a battery, and that's it. Very basic Aimpoint box, very typical, as I said. All right, so let's take a close look at this. Now, to give you an idea of the size against my hand here. So obviously, you know, you're talking, it's a lot larger than an Aimpoint Micro or anything like that. You're talking more along the lines of the size of an Aimpoint Pro. But yeah, let's go ahead. It does have these bikini covers on it that are rubberized, and it is, you can see it has Aimpoint and Aimpoint on here to protect the lenses. And these are actually a bit of a struggle to take off. There we go. There we go. So the actual lens is actually pretty far in here, so I'm not really worried about damaging the lenses. And this one has a kill flash. If you wish to keep it on there, again, you're protecting the lens along with the other benefits, but again, it's recessed in there quite a bit. So I don't plan on really having the bikini covers on there once I put this on whatever rifle I decide. Now there is two versions, as I said. There is an M4 and M4s. The differences are that the M4s is the lower battery compartment, and the M4 has it up here. I just like it up, in the bottom. If you have it up here, I could imagine that maybe just getting in my field of view a little bit, and kind of obstructing my view. So I do like it on the bottom. Again, just personal preference. But you know, Aimpoint's done this with the CompM5 and the CompM5s as well. They've done the kind of the high battery compartment, low battery compartment. So moving on, this is the battery compartment. As you can see, it is pretty lengthy, and that's because it does actually take a AA battery, which is one of the reasons why I wanted this particular optic. The battery life on this, now Aimpoint's known for some pretty ridiculous battery life, but on this, with one AA battery, the battery life is 80,000 hours. And you heard that right, I said 80,000 hours, 8 years of constant on life. That's incredible. If you go to the night vision, which has, this does have 7 night vision modes, settings, and 9 daylight settings. On a night vision mode, it can last for 500,000 hours. I don't even think the battery would last that long. I don't know if the battery would be good after 500,000 hours, but anyway. It does have that, which is awesome. So the battery life is incredible, and having the ready availability of AA's and such a long battery life made this a perfect red dot for my purposes, which, you know, as a prepper is for pit pits to fan, right? Just so yeah, so that's why I do have this one. But having the AA battery does make this a little longer, as I said, and it does increase the weight of the optic compared to, as I say, like a micro or something like that. However, I do actually personally like the size of this optic. I'm not a huge fan of micros. I don't know what it is. It's just personal preference again. I do like the slightly bigger optics. Now, this is military grade. Military do use these. They're very common. And so the housing construction, it's really beefy, it's really strong, and then you have these, so obviously these are the windage and elevation adjustments, and you can see that it's been milled, they've milled like these in here so they're protected, right? So you're not going to be able to hit them with an object, and so you can just unscrew these caps. We'll eventually get it off. There we go, and they are tethered, which is really nice, so you're not going to lose them. And then you can use a screwdriver, empty shell casing, you know, whatever you want to do to make your adjustments here. Let's put that back on. And obviously that is the same, obviously down here also. The battery compartment, so this is the on and off switch. As I said, the first like 7 settings or night vision, then you'll start moving into the illumination settings. It's very tactile, you can feel it, it's very nice. And then up at this end, and it does have the markings here for the plus and negative, which way the battery goes in. So unscrew this. All right, felt like that took forever. Okay, so before we open it up, you can see there's these O-rings here, obviously to keep it waterproof. This is submersible to 150 feet for like an hour or two, I can't remember how long. So if you want to go scuba diving with it, you can, or whatever else. For the rest of us, it should, you know, we're not going to have any problems with the waterproof on this. Okay, so there's the battery, as I say, plus in. And then put the cap back on. Again, it is tethered, which is really nice. So you're not going to lose this in the field if you're changing out your battery. But then again, I don't know how often I'm going to need to change this battery in the lifetime that I own it. Okay, so that's back on. So move down to the mount. As I said, this is a LaRue mount. It's a really, really nice mount. This is the first LaRue mount that I have personally owned, and I'm impressed. I like the system, the locking mechanism. So you can see here it says open, so you pull it till it clicks, that unlocks it, and then obviously you can take it off and on. Once it's back in place, simply lock it in place, and it's done. It's a very nice mount. There is no adjustment to this. So like most QD mounts, you're able to tighten or loosen it depending, you know, on your rail. So if your rail is out of spec, this might cause some issues with the QD mount, because there is no way to alter it basically. But I do like the mount. It seems very nice. Excellent construction. Very happy with it. Okay, moving forward, kill flash. You can easily take this off just like I'm doing if you don't wish to have it on. And you can see there the lenses are multi-coated. So they have a very important purpose to hide the any kind of reflection off of the lens. If I'm just normally shooting though, if I'm just out messing around, I personally don't really like to have the kill flash on it. Again, this comes down to personal preference. If I was in a wartime situation, which I'm not, then obviously I would be looking to put that kill flash on. But again, when I put it on my rifle, it will probably just come off. And then you can see on the other side here, it's just marked CompM4 to MOA. Oh, so the red dot is to MOA, very crisp, very, very bright. It does not wash out in the bright sunlight. It's definitely Aimpoint bright, as people like to say. Pulling some footage of what it would basically look like to be behind this optic. It's just about 1.5 minutes long, and I'll roll that in right now. So my final thoughts and impressions on the Aimpoint M4s, CompM4s, is actually I really, really like it. I've been trying to get hold of one of these for just a few months, but they've been, with all the craziness out in the world right now, the optics have been really hard to get a hold of, especially for a decent price. So yeah, I do really like this. I think the construction is excellent. I mean, it's a freaking Aimpoint, so you know it's just going to work. I love the AA battery. Yes, it makes the optic bigger. However, I think having the 80,000 hours in such a common battery is a huge plus for me. It's got a crisp 2 MOA dot. It's got an excellent mounting system. The glass is really clear. It's just overall an excellent optic. I feel like it's one of the better optics that I have reviewed while doing my channel. So I'm personally very, very pleased. That is it. If you guys have any questions, any comments, please ask them below. I'm always happy to help if I can. I don't always see the comments. YouTube doesn't always notify me when you do comments. So if I don't get back to you immediately, please don't take it personally. It's just probably because I haven't seen it. It's a link in the description for the M4 and the M4S optic if you wish to purchase it. Look in the description and hit that like and subscribe button. Doesn't cost you guys anything, it helps me out a ton, and that's it. Appreciate you guys. Catch you next time.